I'm Sharon, and this is episode 320 of the Knit Style Podcast. Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 320. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that it's that many. So, Happy New Year! It is 2023. As I'm recording this is Thursday, January 19th, and I took a very nice long break for the holidays, and I'm back now. I'm not sure if I'm going to be back next week. I might not be back till mid-February. Let's see how it goes. Rich and I are traveling again at the beginning of February. We'll be away for a week in Florida, and yeah, so that really does kind of mess up my dye schedule and whatever, but it doesn't matter. You'll see me when you see me. After February, I'm hoping that things will get back to more regular basis, but that happens, after the holidays. It takes a while to get started into the new year. So yeah, I did a lot of traveling. I did a lot of traveling in November, and things have been a little crazy, but we're dealing with it. So Rich is no longer joining me on the Knit Style Podcast. Everything is fine. It's just very hard to coordinate his schedule with my schedule, and when I want to record, I want to record, and sometimes he just doesn't feel like it, and then I have to put it off, and that's just not ideal for me. So, Rich is not joining me again. Probably never. I won't say never. Maybe if we have another anniversary, maybe he'll join us, or maybe in the summer when it's, nice out and we record outside. Maybe. We will see. But on a regular basis, no. You just have me. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about giveaways. So, the company that sent me products for giveaways, my cat, he's so cute. Let me take a video of him. He's so adorable. He's up here. He hears me talking, and he knows I'm recording. Tom. Psst, 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 psst. Tom. Psst, 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 psst. Hello, you gonna come say hello? Oh yes, you're such a good boy. Hello. Hi, bud. Tom, let me see. What a pretty face. Well, you didn't get Rich and Jamie, but you did get Tom today. So the company who provided me with giveaways has since gone out of business, so I no longer will be promoting them. But I still have some yarn that they had sent to me last year to give away. So first up is this lovely chunky yarn. This is 100% Peruvian Highland wool, sport weight, 328 yards per skein. Would make a beautiful, it's like a chainette, if you can see. It's like a chainette ply. And it's really, really beautiful. So this would make a nice warm shawl or cowl. I mean, you have over 600 yards, almost 700 yards of this beautiful yarn. So that is the giveaway for this week. And you can tell me about anything you want in the comments down below, but tell me what you're knitting in the new year. I'm going to show you my knitting. It's a little crazy, but that's okay. So, yeah, so that's the giveaway for this week. And I'm going to start with shop update. So this is my one and only Valentine's update, and I'll get it out to you in time to start for Valentine's Day. And I have some really pretty things. The bag and yarn combo for this week is super pretty. I think I nailed it. So here's the yarn, and here's the bag. And the bag has like subversive heart sayings on it. They're not the cutesy heart sayings that you are used to seeing. So, you know, meh, go away, alone, nope, kiss this. It's very cute. And the yarn match is really pretty. Love the bag. Bag sewn by Donna, Donna's Designs shop. You can get just the bag if you want in Donna's shop, or you can buy the bag and yarn combo in my shop. And Donna has beautiful bags in her shop, as always, and you can go check that out. But yeah, so this is my Valentine's bag yarn of the year, and I think it's super cute. I think I'm going to call it something like Subversive Conversation Hearts or something like that. Speaking of naming things, another little hobby I have, interest, is technology. And I listen to a lot of technology podcasts, and just because I want to learn more about it. And there is a website called ChatGPT, and it's taking the tech world by storm. And whether you agree with it or not, because it has some ramifications in the education industry, it's pretty cool for generating names. So what it is an artificial intelligence, or an AI, and you can ask it to generate content for you. You can even ask it to write an essay for you, and it can get really dead accurate. That's why the education realm is not too happy about it, and it's happening really fast. Like, this is a new thing, and it's a little nuts. You know how the kids learn things before the grown-ups do. Anyway, so I thought it would be fun to put some prompts into it for naming yarn, because naming yarn can be a challenge. I like naming yarn. It's interesting, it's fun, but sometimes, I run out. So I put in the prompt of, give me names of breakup songs to name yarn, something like that. I think my prompt was skeins of yarn names based on breakup songs. So it spit out immediately like 6 names, and they're hilarious. So I dyed some mini skeins based on these names because they're so funny. Tears in the yarn. So they're like, like kind of sad Valentine colors. Tears in the yarn. Knots in the heartstrings. just made me laugh. Just what it came up with. Like, it just made me laugh so hard. This one. Frayed love. Unraveled emotions. And snarled up in heartache. I can't. It just made... I had so much fun with that. And I have to confess, I put in a whole bunch of other prompts for it too. So we have AI generated names this week. Tears in the yarn, knots in the heartstring, frayed love, unraveled emotions, and snarled up in heartache. And these are the minis. I think they're super pretty. I love how they came out. There's a limited supply. I like this one. I may have to dye some full skeins next week of this one. It's really pretty. And I also dyed full skeins of Frayed Love because I thought this would actually make a really pretty sweater. If you like purple like I do. And this has, if you can see, like beautiful layers of, you know, purples and like deep maroon, and it's very pretty. I really like it. I really like how this one came out. So yeah, that is my AI generated named update for the week. Super fun. And in addition to everything that I showed you today in this week's update, everything from 2022 has been discounted on my website. All the yarn right back there. And no coupon code necessary. They've all just have their own individual discounts. And if you use the code FREESHIP for US orders, you will get free shipping on everything that you purchase. That is $50 in total. So, yeah, that's it for all the new yarn this week. I am also doing a de-stash this in the next few weeks. So I have a giant bag of yarn here. I'm just going to show you a little bit of it. And it's really good prices. So if you want a good deal on some sweaters quantities or some beautiful shawl yarn that also could be used as sweater yarn, check it out. I also have some chunky this week I'm going to show you. I'm not going to put it all up at once. I'll just put it up a little bit each week. But I have this beautiful color that I really love. It's Peace Fleece. It is a wool and mohair combo. You guys know what Peace Fleece is. I've decided I have 8 unwound skeins of it. And 1 skein that's wound up that I swatched with. I've decided I don't want to knit with this. So I'm going to sell it for a really good price. It's called Indigo Smoke. It's a worsted weight. It is 75% Navajo Rambouillet and 25% mohair. 4 ounces, 200 yards each. And I'm only going to ask $40 for 9 skeins of this. I think I have 8 unwound and 1 wound. And I might have one somewhere else. If I can find it, I'll just throw it in. But I'm not going to knit with it. And I want someone else to enjoy it. So $40. It's a really good deal. You can make beautiful, you can make a blanket. It's a lot of yardage. So it's almost 2,000 yards. So yeah, it's a lot. It's beautiful. I also have, I lost the ball bands, don't know what this is, but here's some really pretty shawl or sweater yarn. You could ombre this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 skeins of this yarn. This is a base that I dye. I didn't dye this, but this is a base that I dye. It's the soft singles, and it's very soft and beautiful. And I have a sweater knit out of this base, and I love it. It doesn't pill. You would think it would, but it doesn't. It's gorgeous. So I have that I would like to de-stash. I'm not really knitting shawls anymore that much, unless it's with my yarn. So anyway, so that's this one. These will be a really good price, like under $20 each. And then the other ones I have, I got this at Vogue Knitting Live 4 years ago. It's a chunky and I was going to knit a brioche cowl with it. I don't want to. I've decided against it. Chunky yarns, they're not really my jam, but anyway, it's 100 yards each, bulky weight. But it's nice and soft, so it'll be easy to knit. It's hand-dyed superwash merino by Cozy Colorworks. This is Broken Heart, and this is Mocha Magic, and they're really soft and beautiful. So those 3 are going up in my shop this week. They'll be all the way down at the bottom under the tab Secret Stash, and they'll all be really good prices, so if you're interested, check those out. Okay, so next I'm going to do a little WIP parade, and I'm going to show you things that I'm working on currently, and then some things that are in my UFO corner that I will finish eventually. I'm not abandoning them yet, so we'll see. So I'm really only working on 2 things right now, and the first one is my Advent skein of yarn that I got from Woolens and Nosh. I am knitting fingerless mitts, and I'll tell you why this is all like that in a minute. I'm also knitting a pair of fuzzy socks because I'm just obsessed with fuzzy socks. I actually finished a pair of fuzzy socks since I talked to you last. They're on my feet. Do you want to see them? They're on my feet. Here, I'll show you. Are they? Oh, they're not on my feet. Never mind. I'll show them to you next time. I've been wearing them a lot, so because my feet get really cold. So I really want more of fuzzy socks. So I am just taking some leftover mohair and holding it together. So this is the Advent skein held together with some gray mohair. And I finished the first one, and it's my basic sock recipe. So I used a size 4 needle, and I cast on 40 stitches. So these are pretty chunky. My other ones that I knit, it was 44 stitches, and they're slightly too big. So I went down to 40 stitches, and they knit up really, really fast. So they're top down, 2x2 rib for about 10 rows, and then the cuff, and then a fish lips kiss heel. And so what I did was I took the other side of the self-striping and used it for the heel. So I wound that up and used that for the heel. And I held it together with mohair that I dyed. And I love how these are coming out. I love them. So I should finish these this week. I just have a half a sock to go. And they match. And I adore them. And I have to tell you guys, these are so warm with the mohair. Oh my goodness. Just lovely. And the mohair helps them wear better, and I'm obsessed. I'm going to knit a whole bunch more because, like I said, my feet get cold, and it's out of necessity. I'm knitting a lot of things right now, or I'm knitting 2 things. That socks are always a necessity. But I'm also going to show you something right now that I cast on because of a need. So I'm traveling a lot on planes lately, and I'm cold. And I went down to Florida in November, and my lap was freezing. I had a jacket on, and just a light shirt, and my legs were so cold. That plane was very cold. So I thought, ooh, I'd like to knit like just a very small little blanket for the plane. So I decided to knit a small hap, which is a blanket shawl Celtic pattern. And this is the Sheltie hap. Hold on. It's the Sheltie square. And the designer is, hold on, Knit Spot, which is Ann Hansen. And she designs a lot of beautiful Celtic patterns. I don't know if there's another one in here, another picture in here. No, there's not. But if I can find one, another one, I'll put it up. But it's really, really beautiful. Fun fact, I used to breed Shetland sheepdogs. That's a lifetime ago, oh my goodness. Anyway, so this is the Sheltie square, and oh my god, it's boring. It's so boring. Haps are boring because, well, at least in the way this is constructed, and the other one I have on the needles is constructed. So, this one, you start at the center, and you knit, it's a full shawl, like a triangular shawl is half of this. So you're knitting like a double triangle shawl. That's a square. So I started in the middle, and it's garter stitch. So knitting in the round is fun, but knitting in the round and garter stitch, not so fun, because every other round you have to purl. It's fine. It's just boring. I had a little snafu with this pattern because I started it different than she did, and then I did less increases than I was supposed to, and I was knitting like a circle with a bump. It was bad, and I had to frog it, and it was really disappointing. Here it is. So I was knitting a spiral. Not fun. But I frogged it and restarted it, and that made it even worse. I don't think I'm going to finish, well, I know I'm not going to finish it before I go to Florida this time, but it will be finished eventually. I'm concentrating, I really want this done. So here's the yarn. This is Navia Duo, which is a budget yarn that you can find. It's a European yarn. And I don't like knitting with it how it comes. It comes in cakes, so I wash it first because it has a lot of spinning oil in it. So I wash it and skein it up because I can do that. I have the equipment. So that's what I'm knitting it out of. And this is what the border is going to be. Really pretty. So I can't wait to get to the border. The border is going to be fun because I love knitting lace, and there won't be as much purling. And it's going to be gorgeous when it's done. This yarn's a little crunchy, but what I love about it, it's light as a feather. It's a light fingering, I'd say almost borderlining on lace. And it's woolen spun, and it is so, so light. So that's what I wanted to throw in my bag, just a square, small, light square blanket to throw in my bag, just to kind of cuddle up in on my lap when I'm on a plane. So that's this project. So the next few WIPs I'm going to show you are WIPs that are in my knitting basket that I will get back to as soon as I finish these other two. So I've shown you that these are my holiday socks that don't have a pattern. They're just my sock recipe for fingering weight. And this is the yarn I dyed for the Celtic Christmas cowl, and so many of you have knit it, and they look beautiful, you guys. I'm very happy with that pattern. I will be designing some more patterns hopefully this year, so that's that one. This is a pair of socks that I started when Rich and I went to Disney, and I'm almost to the toe. I think I'm at the toe actually. Just have to put the toe in, and this is Mustache Yarns. It's a reference to, it's a Star Wars reference. I don't have the ball band in here, but it's Kylo Ren inspired. I love it. So I will probably bring these to Florida with me and continue knitting on those, plus start a new project, because I always start. So I'll probably bring 2 pairs of socks with me when we go in a couple weeks. So I've really been enjoying knitting on socks when I'm away, because they're just easy. This project is a shop sample, and I absolutely love this project and can't wait to get back to it, but I put it down because I'm knitting that hat. This blanket would be a little bit too heavy for what I was looking for the plain, but it is Helen Stewart. So this is the Anthology throw. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And I decided to color block mine, and this is my hand-dyed yarn in Familiar and Slutty Squash, and Luxardo will be the 3rd color. And I'm dying to knit on this, but I'm gonna finish my hat first. As soon as I finish my hat, I will start on this again, because I'd like to finish it by fall at least. So yeah. So I have 2 pairs of socks in here that you've seen before. They are Woolens and Nosh. This is like a fall, deep fall, I think it's called, colorway. And this one is Sushi. Socks in various stages of being completed. And I'll get to them when the mood strikes. Okay, next I have some deep stash. Are you guys ready to see some of this stuff? So I don't even know what's in here. Well, I don't know what's in some of it, but let's look together. So this one I know. This is Granito by Joji Locatelli, and it's a black hole. It's literally black. I love it, but it's a blob and it's boring and it's taking me forever to knit. I bound off. I was gonna crop it. I bound off. It looked horrible, so I ripped it and put it back on the needles, and it's kind of been in hibernation. I will finish it probably over the summer. We'll see. Okay, these are getting frogged. So this is a pair of Christmas socks by Stranded Dye Works. And these socks they're a disaster. They don't fit me very well. I'm just going to frog them and restart them at some point. I dyed the heels and toes, but they're in hibernation. This shawl, by the way, is This is the Maytham shawl by Helen Stewart. And I dyed this. This is Vine. I Am No Bird. And I love it. It's very soft. It's in the cashmere nylon base. It's beautiful. I haven't worn it in a while, and I pulled it out today. Okay, this is Hat Dana by Denise Byron. and I really like it. I just started it last year and kind of put it away because I got a little bored with it, not gonna lie. But I'll finish it at some point. You know, it's one of those things that's half done, so when I pick it up again, I should finish it quickly. This I might frog. This has been on the needles for years. It's a pattern by Knitting Expat. I forget the name of it, but it's brioche, and I love brioche. It's just it's taking forever. And I dyed the gray, and no, La Bien-Aimée is the gray, and I dyed the other color, which is beautiful, but I just don't want to work on it. So I might frog that and knit something else. I don't know. We'll figure it out. This is my hand-dyed yarn, and it's a mini skein set that I did, and it's a Helen Stewart Land of Sweets cowl, and I love it. I started it last fall, put it down, and I'll probably finish it over the summer. And in here is a blanket by Helen Stewart. This is the Habitation throw. And I put this down, I went rogue on it, because instead of using minis, I color blocked it. And I like to do that. And then I really like it. It's beautiful. Now I want to knit on it after I picked it up. So I will finish this eventually. It's knit from Plucky Knitter, and it's really soft. Cashmere. I love it. Actually, maybe this is the year I'll finish all my blankets. This is in line. Speaking of blankets, this one's a beast. This is a crochet project, and I love it. I work on it every once in a while. You know, it's that cozy memories. And it's a good size. It's getting there. Yeah. And when I feel like crocheting, I will work on it. It's got a lot of yarn in there, a lot of leftovers, which is awesome. It's a great project for leftovers. And when the crochet bug strikes me, which it does like once a year or so, I will pick that up and work on it. And it's beautiful. This is the cowl that Corey designed with my yarn. Corey Stories cowl, IROC Knits. And I have 2 panels done. I'll finish this. Maybe I'll finish it in the fall. It was fall of 2021. And I love it. It's fun to knit on. It's not hard. It's just, you know, it's one of those things I got distracted and put it to the side and never finished. But yeah, I don't have too many. I think I have one more thing. Hold on. Okay, I lied. I have 2 more things. This is a gorgeous Joji Locatelli triangle shawl that, again, I think I got bored because it's a lot of garter stitch, but it's beautiful. So the brown yarn is Wool and Vine Dirty on Purpose, and I think the teal yarn is hers too, but I can't remember what that is. And it's that cashmere base that I really like that this is made out of. If I find the name of the shawl, I'll put it down below. It's really, really pretty. She knit it in gold. And I love it. It's just, put it down. It was kind of like my car knitting, and then I started knitting. That's what happened. I started knitting on socks, and I kind of put my shawls away for a while. And I have one more. This is a half, another half. This one. This is by Jared Flood, and the yarn hurts my hands. So the yarn is Fox Hill Farm Cormo. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful yarn. It just hurts my hands to knit on this, and it's so boring. It's just a garter stitch. Right now it's a garter stitch square. And then you do a knit on border. It's gonna be gorgeous when it's done. It's just, every time I pick it up, it's just like, oh, ow, it hurts my hands. For some reason, this yarn, I don't know why, it's soft. And I went up a needle size even to loosen it up, but it's not enjoyable. That's why that's not done. But I will finish it at some point. I will finish all of these, or I would have frogged them. That one brioche, I might frog. We'll see. Yeah, I might. So, that is it. I hope you enjoyed my WIP parade. I didn't have as many as it was not too bad. Honestly, people have 30 projects. I don't know, what did I have, 10? That's not too bad. I do have a lot of blankets, though, and they're all big projects. I don't tend to knit small things. I have a couple cowls. So I'm not one to really start a lot of things. I just knit on all my stuff, and then they eventually get done. So that's how my new year is starting. I hope your new year is starting awesome as well. Make a comment down below about anything you want, and we will have a giveaway. When I run out of prizes, I have more. I'm probably going to give away some beautiful things in my stash that I am not going to knit anymore. And I might even give away some hand-dyed yarn this year. So stay tuned. Subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm almost at 4,000, which is awesome. Which is kind of low for a knitting show podcast, but it's fine. You guys are my OGs. You come back every week. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you all watching this show every week. Thank you so much, and supporting my small business. It's really awesome. I wouldn't do it without you all. So subscribe. Give this a big thumbs up. It really helps a lot. And have a great week. Knit something beautiful. And cheers.